Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. It's time for Episode 3 of Dual Destiny, Turnabout Academy. Something that I like to call a dropout. And, I'm clearly the most, qualified to discuss.
Themis Legal Academy, a prestigious high school with alumni in the highest echelons of the legal world.
Ominous. Oh no, Thanos got him. Should have gone for the head. October 24th, 1:25 p.m., Themis Legal Academy. Oh no, I'm gonna be late! Finally. This is it. The illustrious Themis Legal Academy. This is the place where many distinguished lawyers and prosecutors got their start. You just spread that Mr. Wright had gotten his attorney's badge back. We received a call from the school asking him to pay a visit. Mr. Wright brought us along, hoping we'd learn from the experience. Look at that man with that little flower on his lapel. But no, I had to go and blow it by getting in here 30 minutes late. This is not all business today. After all, today's their school festival. Huh. Something about a law school having a school festival. Like one of those episodes of a high school-centric anime. Wow. There's a school festival written all over it. Literally. Stairs. Is everyone's in school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress. Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you. Looks like a mock trial's about to start. Where's the lecture hall? If all the students and faculty are heading that way, might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. Oh, the culpable curry. October 24th, 1:33 p.m., Themis Legal Academy, 3F Lecture Hall. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. Seriously, the fact that they've like got like little screens and built into every seat. District Court can't even be beat. Hey, Athena, over here. I don't know which one that was. Ah, Mr. Wright, Apollo. I'm looking for you two. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you, the person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Mr. Wright, Mr. Justice, seems Professor Court has yet to arrive. How unprofessional of her to keep visitors of our esteemed institution waiting like this. shall make her right and I will not. Oh, who do we have here? Alright, you haven't been introduced yet. Oh yes, you must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I am Aristotle, professor of this hallowed hall of learning. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Athena Sykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you.
How wonderful, how vigorous and vivacious. You just earned yourself a gold star.
Wow, thanks. That big smile of his is kind of scary, though.
Looks like the mock trial's about to begin. What are we gonna do about our meeting?
No, speaking of the mock trial, do either of you know what it's about?
Ew. I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that?
You won't be seeing it again. Trucy used it for the old rip-up and restore trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised.
Seems I'd better explain the situation then. Thank you, Professor. Legal Academy. Now, does anyone have any questions?
I do, Professor. Could you tell me all about your school?
What an excellent question. There's a gold star for asking. Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. Students who can be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise, budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges the judge course. Now,
Wow! You have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law.
yes, well, that's what makes our school special. And today even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. We can't wait to hear more about his return to the legal profession.
You're giving a what?
Yeah.
You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor!
Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. I mean, you don't have to be a professor to give a lecture. My dad every year goes and does a lecture at one of the local colleges. Actually, just did that last week on I think Thursday. Today's plans.
Did you even know you were meant to be giving a lecture here today?
Yeah, sort of. But I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting. The head of the judge course. Constance Court.
It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that.
Professor Court. She's a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual.
So that's who's late.
From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow, in addition to today's lecture.
A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve?
Why, it involves the very schools that make a lawyer a lawyer. The arm angle, the shouting objection, the proper way to strike the podium, how to project one's voice, and most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Huh? Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question. You just earned yourself a gold star. Great honor of taking a seminar by the famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. That is what is at stake in this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge course student and base our case on that.
Oh, a one-on-one battle. How thrilling.
So if the student who's studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar. What if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so... There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for just such a case. But exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise. A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. Professor Means, forgive me for interrupting you and your guests. Ah, the I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, trial will begin shortly. Since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech, would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you? My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just earned yourself a gold star, too. But what about Professor Course? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, I trust you will look after our visitors, Juniper? Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods? Is that you? Hmm? Athena? I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, did you know each other? Yeah, that's a coincidence. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes, well, we live close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like, a lot. Why would you look at me? Guess I shouldn't be surprised if we haven't seen each other in a long time. Anyway, we're supposed to go and wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking the mock trial you're putting on today. Or not that I wouldn't mind. Okay. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There's one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is part of the student curriculum after all. I hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. No, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Cord as soon as she gets here. No fair. I want to see the mock trial too. Sorry. I'm gonna let Apollo pull what little rank he has. If that's okay with Professor Means. Of course, Mr. Wright. If that is what you wish. It's settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. Being a new kid sure stinks. If you could please follow me, I'll escort you down the waiting room. I'm on the floor. I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. October 24th, 2:15 p.m. Venice Legal Academy, first floor waiting room. Okay, I see what that's supposed to be. Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes. Mr. Wright snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring. Should have hidden the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. What was that? Venice Legal Academy. Yeah, don't. Yeah, I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. You go running now. They'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me. I think it came from somewhere outside. Well, you better go look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay. Couldn't have taken place 2 years later. This is
stage for some sort of concert? Kinda reminds me of a courtroom.
Wait, Athena, behind the witness stand.
What? Eek!
Professor Court, can you hear me? Professor!
Wait, that's who we were supposed to be meeting with?
Looks like our meeting's been canceled for us. Yeah. Looks like our meeting's been canceled for us.
Wait, this can't be real.
Jeez, I just noticed the bruises on her wrists. Ah.
Call the police. They should be here soon. I'll tell everyone in the lecture hall too.
No, wait. We'll find out soon enough once the police get here. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded here.
Huh? Are we even allowed to do that?
No big deal, as long as we leave it exactly like we found it. Plus... never mind. Anyway, we should look around while the scene's still fresh.
But, okay, you're the boss.
Okay.
Really do have to examine the body. Guess I better get used to stuff like this if I want to be a full-fledged lawyer. There's an arrow stuck in her side. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds are pretty common. Arrow wounds?
It's a homicide any way you slice it. In other words, we have a murder on our hands.
Murder? Here? So that makes this arrow the murder weapon. That and the bow that shot it.
Right. Where could the killer have shot her from? The stage is a sea of obstructions. I'm no expert on archery, but it can't be easy to hit a target with this much stuff around.
Would it be possible to kill someone by stabbing them with an arrow?
I'm not sure. Guess we better do some more investigating before jumping to conclusions. What do we have here? A book? Guessing it fell out of her chest pocket.
Wait, if it's her diary, that's the most private thing a girl has.
True, but considering the situation at hand, my apologies to the late Professor Court.
No, don't.
Looks more like a planner than a diary. Every page seems to have the same sword mark printed on that. Or on it at that.
Still, I think a girl deserves her privacy. Or, I still think a girl deserves her privacy. This may help us solve the case.
Court's planner. Curious. 47. Notice anything strange about the body? Take a deep breath, and then take a good look.
Well, now that you mention it, there's no blood around it.
If the victim's body is cold, rigor mortis has already started to dissipate. It would appear that quite some time has passed since Professor Court was murdered. The thing is, the quad was packed with students up until the start of the mock trial.
Does that mean she was killed at a different location? Oh, I know. The killer moved the body here while everyone was in the lecture hall.
It's definitely a possibility. Is there anything else?
Her arms are raised above her head, and there are dark bruises around her wrists. Yeah, the professor was probably tied up with something. Eventually her wrists were unbound. And as she reached up to stretch, she was killed.
Actually, I'm not sure about this theory.
Well, it's not exactly a lot to go on. That's about all we're gonna...
I think that's about all we're gonna find from the body now.
Nice work, Athena. Your face only turned 5 shades of pale. I was expecting 50. You should probably take a picture of the crime scene just in case.
Okay, I'm on it. Jeez.
Jeez, I thought I was the one with a twisted sense of humor.
I think that should do it.
Alright. Let's take a better look around the area while we wait for the police to arrive. Pile of rubble sticks out like a sore
Or this pile of rubble sticks out like a sore thumb. Looks like a broken pottery or plaster. Maybe this is the source of the noise we heard.
There's supposedly 2 statues on the stage. I seem to recall hearing that at a co-ed from the Fine Art Club had made them.
And where to? Oh, there were 2? And this thing over here is the remains of another statue. Is this related to the case? Let's take a closer look. Something buried in the rubble. Famous Herald.
Wait, we shouldn't deserve it. Let's just read what we can.
Final act in torrid love triangle centered on campus she-devil Juniper Woods. Level-headed lawyer course genius and hot-blooded prosecutor course student will go head-to-head in a mock trial battle for the she-devil's black heart. Hugh O'Connor has declared he will confess to her if he wins. Wait, what? I seriously wish I hadn't read that.
You find that more shocking than discovering a murder victim's body?
But I'm talking about my friend Junie here. She'd never lead guys on like that.
You don't believe everything you read, do you? This article is clearly written with malicious intent. I'm not buying a word of it.
You're right. It's still disturbing, even if it's a third-rate tabloid material. I wonder what this was a statue of. Whatever it was a reddish purple in color.
When Apollo and I first got here, both statues were already here, but they were both covered up. I bet they were waiting to unveil them when the school festival moved here to the stage.
This duffel bag looking thing wasn't actually being used to cover the statues?
Guess that just leaves the question, were they broken by accident or on purpose?
What a puzzle this is.
Mr. Wright, Athena. Ah, here comes Apollo.
Oh, I've never seen anyone move so fast. Listen, something big's happened. I was at the mock trial when the police announced the body had been found on campus.
That's right. And we're the ones who phoned it in. We found Professor Court dead behind the witness stand over here.
What? Can you show me? What the?
We've already had a quick look at the body.
It's definitely a homicide. Once the police get here...
No, I know it's a homicide.
I'm shocked because it's the same. Exactly the same.
Whoa there, Apollo. Take a deep breath and explain what you mean.
It's the same. The body, that is. It's just like how it was in the mock trial. What? It's like the mock trial? I know, it sounds crazy, but... the body's location and position, the murder weapon, the lack of blood... exactly like the mock trial. You're kidding, right? It can't really be all the same, can it?
I couldn't tell if that was sirens outside or if that was in the game for a second there. Third floor lecture hall. Whole school's in an uproar. There won't be any more classes today. Murder on campus. It's the last thing I expected at a legal academy. I just find it weird. I don't know if it's a thing, but every, like, episode that I see of, like, an anime or something that has a school festival usually has the, it's a festival day. There aren't any classes going on. I'll go tell Professor Means what we observed when we discovered the body. You two wait here until you've spoken with the police.
Yes, boss. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we have to wait around here. Can't stay still at times like these. I hope Junie hasn't fainted from the shock of this whole thing. Athena, Athena, there you are. Junie, I'm glad to see you. I was worried that... Don't worry about me. I'm a student council president after all. I need to be strong. Student council president? Wow, I'm impressed. She's really changed. She used to be kind of sickly and shy.
Juniper, was it? Do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
Yeah, I'm stuck here waiting for the police. There's really not much to do. Sure. What would you like to know? I haven't seen you in ages, Junie. Has it been 7 years or so? Yes. And I remember how you were always there for me, Athena. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to ask why you seem so distant. Remember how you used to call me Athena? I liked it better that way. Felt like we were sisters, you know? Yes, but I'm student council president now. And as the student representative of the Themis Legal Academy, I have to act properly. I was a bit stiff and formal before.
I knew you wanted to be a judge, but I didn't expect this. This is a prestigious school. And you're in the judge course to boot.
Yes, Professor Court had been in charge of it until, well, you know.
Right. The professor was in charge of Junie's course. What sort of teacher was Professor Court?
I had to sum her up in a single word. I'd say she was amazing. A judge must always seek the truth. That was her mantra. And she used it in trying to fix what was wrong with our school. She was a beacon of hope in this dark age of the law.
What's wrong with your school?
What did you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Am I imagining things? Or did I just detect something in Junie's voice?
Professor Court chose my script for the mock trial.
Oh. You mean all the students in the judge course had to submit a script? And yours was the one she selected?
That's amazing, Junie. Oh, thank you. But now Professor Court is... Who would do such a thing? Just yesterday we were working together, trying to get things ready. Excuse me. Are you alright, Junie? Maybe you should take it easy for a while.
She's still got that cough.
She's not as strong as she pretends to be.
Why do you need a script in a showdown between a lawyer and a prosecutor?
Well, we were simulating a trial, so we needed a script as framework. All the details about the incident and people involved were included in the script. We also prepared crime scene, photos, a murder weapon, and other kinds of evidence.
Oh, you guys think of everything. Must be hard getting all that ready.
Yes, well, there's only Professor Court and I. After all, we didn't want the script or other elements of the mock trial to get leaked. We were the only ones in the entire school who knew all the details.
Must have been a big pain in the... that must have been really difficult.
I wrote the script so that case could go in either way. Or I wrote the script so that the case could go either way. That way, the defense and prosecution both had an equal chance of winning.
If you think that's all she's capable of, you've got another thing coming.
Huh? Who said that?
Juniper's genius doesn't stop at her brilliant script.
Yeah! She gave an award-winning performance as the defendant, man!
I think I found a rifle for my cords of steel.
Sue? Robin? Aren't you going to introduce ourselves to our guest? As student council president, I won't have you treating them rudely.
You're right. You heard I heard Mr. Wright was bringing a couple of guests with him.
That would be you two, Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes.
Yep,
I'm Athena Sykes.
I'm Apollo Justice. Nice to meet you.
I'll pass on the handshake.
I'm studying to be a lawyer. My name's Hugh O'Connor.
Some call me Mr. Perfect, because I never score less than 100% on tests. Most pretentious introduction ever. What's with his hand? Is it glued to the inside of his pocket or what? Yeesh. Let me be the first to apologize for Hugh's totally rude introduction. Sorry! Now here's my intro. I'm Robin Newman. I'm studying to be a prosecutor, like the really cool kind that nails the bad guys. No, where's the sincerity? He makes pottery too.
What's with that bracelet contraption for?
Jenny sure has made some unusual friends. As a lawyer and prosecutor in today's mock trial. And even though I wrote the script, I also played the part of the defendant. Final act in Torrid Love Triangle.
Lawyer goes to genius.
He Devil's Black Heart. Wait, these two are the guys who are supposedly have a thing for Junie? Juniper, come on. Your role's way more beyond just that. That's right! The mock trial's just a start. She's also the school festival's main event. Live on stage, Juniper Woods, and the crowd goes bananas. Woo! I'm supposed to sing at the school festival. All the other girls were too embarrassed to try out, so... My Junie singing? On stage? In front of people? Wow, she really has changed. I was responsible for making everyone's stage costumes.
Ah, that looks awfully familiar.
This is what I'll be wearing. It's amazing, Junie. Then again, you're always good at that kind of thing. These constellations in particular are really something. Oh, thank you. One of my favorite things to do is to look up all the stars in the middle of the forest.
Huh, so you're a fan of the night sky then.
Well, Paula, didn't know you were such a romantic.
It's not like that. I have this friend. He and I go way back. Who got me really interested in space.
Wait, you had friends when you were young? Color me surprised.
Jeez. Didn't have to do him like that. I Athena?
As student council president, I cannot allow such mean-spirited teasing to continue. Eep.
I think she's angry.
Costumes were no problem, but as for singing...
No! You can't do it!
That's right, and anyone who says otherwise will have to answer to me.
That chivalrous love triangle. Damsel in distress and two knights in shining armor.
Yeah, Samus Herald wasn't too far from the truth.
Jeez Louise, Robin.
Speaking of the latest news, I wonder how the mock trial turned out. So, how did the mock trial end? We were just about to reach a verdict when the police arrived. And we'll never know how it would have turned out.
Guess that's what happens when there's a real murder during a fake murder trial.
Right before the verdict. Talk about bad timing. This close, man. I bet I would have won.
I bet the defense wasn't doing too badly either, right?
We'll settle this some other time, and I assure you, I will win when that time comes. Like I'm gonna let that happen. I don't think so. They don't end up hurting each other. No, don't worry. The three of us have been good friends since we enrolled here. We even have proof of our friendship.
Proof? Like a physical evidence proof?
Yes. We're studying for a career in law, and in the legal world, evidence is everything. Yeah! As long as our friendship lasts, you can bet we'll be carrying them around. The famous Legal Academy ingenuity at work. So what exactly is this proof of friendship, anyway? Well, it's a secret, and if I show you, it would be bad luck.
Huh, okay.
I knew it. Definitely some discord in Junie's voice.
Our friendship is sacred and inviolable. It's not something we put cheaply on display.
Proof? We don't need no stinking proof. Us three are friends forever!
You can hear discord in their voices too.
But they're talking about their friendship. What's going on here?
Something wrong, Athena?
No, it's nothing.
Oh, alright then. Hey, isn't that... Everyone stay right there. Stay right where you are. Don't move a muscle.
Detective Fulbright? Is something wrong?
Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends. Sorry, but the small talk will have to wait. Juniper Woods, you're under arrest for the murder of Constance Court.
And what? Wait a second. What's going on here? Why are you arresting Junie? Please, Detective Fulbright. We're involved in this case, too.
Aha! So you're the lawyers that dispatched that were first on the scene? I can't tell you everything, but I will say this. There are two major reasons for her arrest. Number one, the suspect led somebody with me to where the body was.
I didn't.
And number two, the crime scene is exactly how the suspect portrayed it in her script.
But you can't arrest her on just those grounds.
True, but there's more. However, Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me to say no more than that.
Blackwell's the prosecuting attorney on this one, too.
Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Why, there's blood on this.
That's evidence we made for the mock trial.
A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing. But it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. Now, if you would, officers. Yes, sir.
something. I can't let them take her away like this.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Hold it! Hold it! I refuse to believe that she's the killer! Junie! I've decided. I'm going to defend you. I'll fight with everything I've got.
Yeah.
Dina. Junie, it's good to hear you say that name again.
Hate to interrupt your bonding time, but... aren't you rather new to all this? You're barely even a lawyer.
Well, I don't have much experience. And I may need Apollo and Mr. Wright's help at times. But nobody believes in Junie as much as I do. And I'll help you too, Juniper. There's no way you murdered the professor. Hello. You both. I'm counting on you. Got your back, Junie.
Guess things worked out after all. Now that you have your lawyers, Miss Woods, it's time to head back to the station.
Can't believe Junie's been arrested for murder. And I can't believe I accepted her case without asking Mr. Wright. Take a deep breath and relax, Athena. I'm here to help with whatever you need. So let's get right on that case. Right. I won't have this case left in the hands of rank amateurs. If anyone's gonna solve this case, it'll be me. Time to investigate. Why, that smug little... He hasn't even finished law school. That was totally rude! You're not the only one on the case, man. I'm in too. Big time! Juniper Woods! I'm gonna save you!
I know Robin's gonna be a pretty constant character, but boy howdy, I hope she's not too much, at least in this stream. Now that those two are gone, let's get back to what I was talking about in front of the stage. About the mock trial, that is.
Oh, right. Except the victim's location, position, and so on were just like the script.
Exactly. Without the script or any props, it's kind of hard to explain. Perhaps I could help. Perhaps I could help here, Forehead. Come on, play it.
Yeah!
Gavin's theme.
Prosecutor Gavin? What are you doing here? You two didn't know each other. Someone gonna introduce me?
I do believe we have a fresh face here. Greetings, Fraulein. I am Clavier Gavin. Some know me as the prosecutor, but I'm most famous for my former rock band. We were quite popular, you know, but regardlessly, the band did kaput. Perhaps you've heard of us, the Gaviners? I was the lead vocalist.
Never heard of your band. Then again, I was out of the country until only recently. Can I get your autograph?
You just met him like 3 seconds ago and you want his autograph. Forgive me, Fraulein, but I've retired from the music biz. But I'd be happy to offer my autograph as a rock star prosecutor, Clavier Gavin.
Okay, that one then.
She's a lively one, eh, hair forehead? Didn't know she was your type.
He's the newest member of the Right Anything Agency. That's all. Nice to meet you. I'm Athena Sykes.
Pleasure to meet you, Athena Sykes. Now that the intro was out of the way, I'm sure you have some questions for me. Ja, Herr Forehead?
Why are you here? So, what are you doing here, Kurt? So, what are you doing here, Prosecutor Gavin?
I'm here for the same reason as your boss. To give a lecture and a training seminar.
So, he's the famous prosecutor they invited?
And I have another crucial one for you. The Governors are getting back for a one-time special performance.
Even though you guys disbanded? Which was a shame, by the way. Really.
Yeah, I know how much you adore that music, Herr Forehead. Anyway, I studied abroad in Germany to get my badge early, but I did graduate from here.
Wait, so that performance Judy mentioned.
As you have already heard about that, a student representative was selected to sing with us on stage. And the stage was supposed to look like this tomorrow. Two big banners and a pair of statues. This is just an illustration. A pair of Viking statues. This is just an illustration, but it's not that bad.
Wicked statues. Wait, are these supposed to be you and Mr. Wright?
Bingo, Fräulein. They were so big and magnificent too. What a terrible waste. But the worst part of this whole thing is my long-awaited reunion with my mentor never came to pass.
Wait, you tell me your mentor was...
Professor Court. She was the one who taught me how to think about the law.
Nonsense Court was your professor here at the academy?
She may have taught the George course, but she had a huge impact on me. She was fond of saying, the end is only justified through proper means. She wouldn't tolerate dishonesty and always revered what was right beyond else.
And sadness. No, I'm gonna cry. Dina, are you tearing up? Oh, I can't blame you. Prosecutor Gavin knows a lot of who he is, Professor Cord.
Exactly. So as you can see, we are both joined in purpose, so to speak, yeah? Now, let's rock this place hard.
Huh?
I don't follow.
Let's rock what?
Forget it already, Herr Forehead? I said I'd help explain in... yeah. Forget already, Herr Forehead? I said I'd help you explain the mock trial. We're going to reprise it right here in the lecture hall. It might help us catch our killer.
Are we gonna get like a...
Yeah, that's fine.
mock trial reenactments? All rise.
Right, the stage is ready, and you have our head ready to rock.
No. The defense is not ready to rock.
You saw the actual mock trial earlier, right? Just relax, you'll do fine. Besides, we have the script right here.
Jimmy's masterpiece? The one everybody's been talking about?
Yeah, and there's only one in existence. I borrowed it, if you will. Now, Fräulein, we'll need you to play the part of the defendant and judge as per the script.
Okay, got it.
I've only read the case outline so far. I don't know exactly how it turns out. So I'll treat this like I'm prosecuting a real case. You have Forehead to play the part of a fledgling lawyer, a role you are born to play. All the evidence is also here with us. We have everything we need to reprise the mock trial.
Très bien. Let's get started. Defendant slash judge Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to rock. Court is now in session for our reenactment of the mock trial. Or what I'd like to call the mock trial.
Yeah, a double mockery perhaps, but a trial is still a trial. Song, baby.
No holds barred. Let's rock. Can't we take it easy today?
Objection!
You just be a mock of a mock. There's only one way to compete. You play to win. So remember, each time I catch you slacking up, I'm holding you in contempt of court. Great. Just that forces her own objections and abuses her judicial powers. Listen, that's why she was the attorney course and not the... Now then, Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, if you please. You got it, Fräulein Judge. Our case is set in the school, very much like this one. The victim, a professor, female. The defendant, an archery club member, also female. I'm innocent, I tell you. That's some seriously bad acting, Fräulein. Anyway, the victim's body was discovered in the middle of the quad. Here, a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Her forehead, as did the mock trial participants reacted. Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. He reacted with, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." Not exactly what I would pick to focus on, so I wouldn't care about that. Ah, too much of a fretting to know what's important. Says one. In any case, but since the mock trial and the actual case, Professor Coat was wearing a sweatsuit. Moving right along.
Hold it!
Hey, wait a sec. The body was discovered in the same area as the mock trial, although there was a stage. The murder weapon, the arrow, and the lack of blood are also the same. That's right. It's therein lies the significance of this mock trial. So let's keep rocking it hard, just like that. Before the crime occurred, the defendant was to meet with the victim in the quad. Let's see here. When I arrived in her meeting place, I found the professor with an arrow in her stomach. But it wasn't me. I didn't kill her. You don't have to ham it up like that. It's called getting into character here, forehead. Don't be such a wet blanket. Right, let's see. Oh yeah, then you said... A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab a professor with an arrow? I don't think so. At the time of the murder, a male student was seen holding a bow in the archery club room. There's a very clear view of the quad. He shot the arrow into the victim before my client even got there. Nine, her forehead. That feint in swagger does not suit you in the least. Order, order, order! Especially you, Mr. Justice. Me? I was trying to get into it like the Mr. Yeah. I was just trying to get into it like Mr. Euro Rocker said. So, the victim was shot in the archery club room before the meeting even took place. Hence, the defendant could not be the killer. That seems to be the defense's assertion. Prosecutor Gavitt, do you have any objections? The autopsy report notes that the edges of the victim's wounds were unusually ragged. Could such physical trauma and possibly be a result from the arrow or shot from a bow? 9. I believe the victim was impaled by the arrow by hand, post-mortem. In short, the real murder weapon was not the arrow at all. When Robin was prosecutor, he had a tough time determining the real murder weapon. Well, he's just a student, a warm-up act, and I'm the real deal. The headliner, so to speak. The true murder weapon was most likely the all that was left in the art room. An all? What's that? An all you say? What might that be? It's a kind of tool used for poking holes in paper, wood, and other materials. It's
kind of like an ice pick. I have a photo here if you're interested.
Yes, how bloody you get to the handle. Please tell me that's just paint.
Most likely for a line pretty realistic, Sha. Let's pretend it to be blood. The defendant's prints were lifted from the murder weapon. Furthermore, traces of the victim's blood were discovered at the art room. That's where I believe the murder actually took place.
So, the question now is, how did the body get from the art room to the stage?
The murder took place in the third floor art room, but the body was found in the quad.
Must have been quite a chore moving the body all that way.
Not at all. There's a maintenance area in the storehouse right outside the art room. And a cart used to carry balls around was found there.
Oh, I think I've seen one of those before. But that's a pretty big one.
A jumbo, yeah? Big enough to fit a person or body. The defendant dropped the body from the art room window, then moved it with the cart. That's how a high school girl could easily move a body all by herself.
You don't say.
Objection!
A body dropped from 20 stories up would show signs of massive blunt.
Objection!
Is that Yuri Lowenthal as Claudier? Sounded like Yuri Lowenthal. Is that maybe true, but we failed to account for the large high jump mat in the storehouse. A body dropped onto such a mat as would show no signs of blunt force trauma.
Yikes. It's almost scary how similar this whole case is to the mock trial proceedings.
It's a crafty killer in an attempt to cast suspicion on the archery club. They moved the body to the quad, where it would be where it would be where the body They moved the body to the quad, where it would be easy to I'm gonna get this right. They moved the body to the quad, where it would be an easy shot from the club room. Got it. Then the killer faked the murder weapon by inserting an arrow into the all stab wound.
Sounds like he has only high praise for Junie's script.
Was there any further arguments from the defense?
Nope. Seemed like the teacher who was playing the judge was satisfied too.
Time for the finale then. Your verdict, if you please, Fraulein Judge.
Oh, right, that's me. Well, this court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Wait a second. Even if this is just a mock trial of a mock trial, I don't want to declare Junie guilty.
Yeah, perhaps that's not such a good idea. Let's end the mock trial here. Besides, it's about time I get back to my investigation.
Thanks, you too. A little run through the mock trial cleared up quite a few things.
Jump, baby. The prosecution's already got the witness sized up too.
That was quick. Prosecutor Blackwell's almost too good.
Sure in a helpful mood today, Prosecutor Gavin. Well, like I said, I just want to catch whoever killed Professor Clark. There's no reason for me to start butting heads with you two. Anyway, I won't say goodbye, as I'm sure I'll be seeing you later.
I thought prosecutors were all rather we're all a rather scary bunch. Prosecutor Gavin seems pretty nice.
Yeah, he's not so bad as prosecutors go.
We should get back to investigating too. We don't have nearly enough information yet. We also have to tell Mr. Wright that we accepted Junie's case.
Right. Looks like we have our work cut out for us. Diner, Culpable Curry, Prosecute and Classy Cafe. Oh my gosh. Guilty Dogs.
Mr. Wright.
I heard they arrested your friend Juniper.
Yeah, Detective Fulbright just took her in.
I refuse to believe that one of our students is capable of murder. We must prove her innocence by any means necessary. The end justifies the means.
What do you mean, the end justifies the means?
I, Professor Means, always say what I mean, and mean what I say by all means. Here at our esteemed academy, we train our students to produce meaningful results. You believe in Juniper's innocence, do you not?
Of course I do. Junie wouldn't even hurt a fly.
Precisely. We have justice on our side. The only thing we need are results. It is the height of folly to endanger your client by failing to pursue all means possible.
Sure. I want to prove her innocence, but
I don't like the sound out of that end justifies the means part. Well, you are still young and idealistic. It's no wonder you failed to see the wisdom therein. There is but one thing to do now. I must personally take up Juniper's defense. You're gonna take her case, Professor Means? I may be a professor, but I am still licensed to practice law. In fact, I've even battled Professor Colton, well, in court. No kidding. You guys were rivals or something? No, nothing of the sort. She was an esteemed colleague at the academy and in court. You see, both Professor Court and I graduated from this academy at the top of our class.
I bet you used to both really bring it.
Now, if you would excuse me, I'd best go discuss the case with Juniper.
Professor Means, please, wait. I didn't want to say anything, but Apollo and I already agreed to take her case.
It's true. Juniper is counting on us to prove her innocence. Really now? You two? And when were you planning on telling me?
Sorry, boss. I know we should have asked first, but...
Relax. Your friend was just hauled away in front of your eyes. Sometimes you just have to make a snap decisions. And I think you made the right one.
How wonderful. Very well, Athena Snakes.
Let me ask you just one thing. As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else?
That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients.
What a wonderful answer. Juniper must be overjoyed to have a friend such as you. As a professor, I too shall do whatever I may to help her. And if you decide to take the end justifies the means strategy, come see me at once.
Let's hope it never comes to that.
Now, if you would excuse me. Time's a-wasting. Better start investigating it fast. First, I better tell you everything I know so far.
Yes, please.
I think there's a thing that I can do here. Things like that sure scream out school days, don't they?
Are you involved in any extracurricular activities at high school papers or mock trials?
No, it wasn't my thing. I was an art major.
An art major? And how did you become a famous attorney?
It's kind of complicated. And when I say kind of, I mean really, really complicated.
Oh. He was really mean it. Picking up a lot of complex emotions in his voice.
Yeah!
Got an achievement for that. You learned anything new about the case?
Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. Seems a murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage.
What? Really?
Just like the mock trial again. The police are searching the police are searching the art room. Whether they find anything.
Or what? Come to think of it.
want you to find out for yourself. So, were you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means?
I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking.
The dark age of the law. I'm sure you've heard those words before.
Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges, and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days.
The question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy.
Well, that in and of itself isn't a bad thing.
Right. As long as those results come by fair and honest means.
Oh, but what was it that Professor Means said? The end justifies the means?
To survive the dark age of the law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy.
But what'll happen to our legal system if the results are all that matter anymore?
Relax, it's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you.
That's a relief. Had me going in there for a minute. Wait a second. What if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence.
I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different.
Okay. I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus.
Themis Legal Academy outdoor stage. Thought the area was cordoned off. Hey, the police are discussing something over there.
Oh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over for a listen. Here goes. Athena, watch where you're... Eek! Ouch! Who put this stupid box here? Wait. Eek! Apollo! This box, there's... What now? There's someone or something inside. Don't let it be a snake. You morons just blew my cover! What the? Really is someone inside.
Snake! 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 Okay, yep, I get the reference now. Ed Joe wanting there to not be a snake in the box, in the cardboard box. It took me a second. That's clever. I like that. I like the fragile. The fragile with the broken heart. Relatable.
That someone is me, Miriam Scuttlebutt. I'm a senior in the judge course. What's with the box? It's the fate we who live in the shadows. It's a very good reason why none may see my face by the light of day.
Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write a mock trial skip 2? Or script 2?
You really want to see my script that bad? better watch out. Read it without my permission, and you'll wish you hadn't.
Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason.
Oh, so you're studying to be a judge too? You must be classmates with Juniper. Are you a friend of hers? Juniper? Sure. She's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now, tell me all you know. You know for tomorrow's trial.
Tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about?
I'm going to take the stand, naturally.
So the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box.
This disguise is how I get my scoops. But you're right, it's me. So tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake.
Wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said.
A lawyer with brains as bad as his ears. Poor Juniper. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clearly enough for you this time?
I thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting.
Really? That means...
Why already? That was quick. So you're studying to be a... Oh. Oh, that's what I gotta do. It's interesting that the perception mechanic has been...
Gotcha!
I had a feeling it was going to be the Phillies. That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tensed up because you're lying.
What are you talking about? When did I ever lie?
Okay then, let me ask you this. This is a really funny animation. Why were you selected as a witness?
That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Themis Herald. I know everything there is to know about the campus, even the darkest of secrets.
Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive.
Well, yeah. It's a lonely one-woman operation. I do it all by myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed? I'm a perfect storm of journalism, because I bring it all to the table.
And this is the evidence.
And this is the evidence. Here! An extra edition of the Themis Herald, published to coincide with the mock trial.
Thanks, Miriam. You've revealed who you truly are. Someone who's never had Junie's best interests in mind.
What? Questioning our friendship?
Like, you may want answers, but no can do. Because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence. Gotta say this.
Take that!
That's the Themis Herald, the paper I published. What about it?
Are you really that dense?
This article is full of malicious lies about Junie.
It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write.
You got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one.
I don't think so, Miriam. You even said yourself a moment ago. It's a one-woman operation. Or did you forget that already?
If you'd just given me the info you have. Stupid pawn. Juniper's just using you.
Now, I want the truth, Miriam. You hide in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper, isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you?
No, duh. She's the target of my scoops, and my readers demand dirt. Extra, extra. The dirty little secret of the squeaky clean student council president. Dirty little secret. Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh? I'm a witness to her part in the crime. I'm going to tell I'm going to tell it all in a shocking expose. The ends justify the means. That's my brand of tell-all journalism. The end justifies the means. Wait a second. In this dark age of the law, many of us embrace Professor Mean's methods, even future judges. I've even adopted an end justify the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over our campus. Secretly recording every last word of secretly recording every last word without anyone being any the wiser.
Doesn't seem to realize, or doesn't she realize that's totally illegal?
And one of them was at the scene of the crime, the art room.
Put a tape recorder in the art room? What did you record?
You wanna know? You really wanna know?
Yes, please. That's so nice of you to.
I can't really tell you now. The big scoop comes out in court tomorrow.
You're so mean, Miriam.
According to my evidence, a fatal fissure had opened between the three of them.
Who? Junie, Hugh, and Robin? What do you mean by fatal fissure?
Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends.
Used to be.
They still seem to get along fine to me.
Did some Discord, though.
You don't know anything. Professor Means has his followers, and Professor Coyd had hers. Their influence inescapable.
Are you implying that one of them adheres to that extreme idea you and Professor Means have? Why would anyone follow that philosophy?
How can you possibly understand? You're new around here.
Miriam, wouldn't you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light?
I can see fine in here. You'll be with the one seeing the light in court tomorrow. Then you'll realize how guilty Juniper Worms really is.
We're going to have to cross-examine her tomorrow.
I don't even know where to start.
Well, let's at least take care of what we can today. Alright, let's see what else we can find out. Alright, third floor lecture hall.
Look, there's you. Hey, you!
Oh, it's you. Do you want something? Find anything? Said you were going to do some investigating of your own.
No, nothing yet.
I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you?
Only the author and the victim knew the content of the script. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime like that unless they had already read the script or wrote it. But, look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him.
Here it is again. Picking up the Discord in Hugh's voice. Hugh, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself?
Whatever. 6'1". And under this uniform, I'm 100% lean muscle.
grades are outstanding, and I'm the ace of the archery club. Needless to say, I never miss my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble, too. You even say that with a straight face. Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. But when it comes to tests, I always get 100%. So I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. But as I said before, I pay them no mind. I heard you the first time. What about the mock trial? Sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. There's a very good reason for that. See, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory. Would you mind telling us a little more about that? Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone is here in the lecture hall. Yep, we already saw this. That's right. There was that announcement, and everyone came in here. The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our own personal dressing rooms next door. Oh, your own personal dressing rooms? Total VIP treatment. Actually, they're for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. Did some meditation while I waited. It's the best way to relax. Then, just before the mock trial was about to start, I headed back toward the main building. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage.
So that's when you saw the body?
Right, it was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs are shaking. Could have easily beaten Robin if it hadn't been for that.
Hey, hold it right there. You went through the mock trial even though you had just discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we're talking about someone getting killed here.
I think I know why. Because of this. Where'd you get that?
So this article in the Thames Herald is true? The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie?
Hey, but if I reported the body... But if I reported the body I'd found, the whole thing would have been called off.
You wanted to win that bad? Bad enough to report a dead body? Sorry, but that's not normal. Could their love for Junie really be that strong?
Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. May prove useful at tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks, and don't worry. We'll prove Junie's innocence, you'll see. Can't say you two inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what next? So this is the maintenance area. Let's see, during the mock trial, Prosecutor Gavin said, "The art room is right above here, on the 3rd floor. And that the body was dropped from there onto a high jump mat from the storehouse." Right, and then he claimed that the body was transported on the stage in a ball cart. Then, huh? There's someone else here. Hey, it's Robin. Whoa! You scared the crud out of me. Thanks, right back at you. So, what are you doing here? I'm working out so that I can be strong enough to save Juniper. I'm so worked up. The training brace is almost breaking at the seams. Alright. So you got arrested, so you're setting yourself up for rescue work? Yes, because I'm the manliest of men. That's why I work out with my manly brace. If I hear some discord in that man's voice of yours. I don't mean to be rude, but can you talk without shouting? Sorry! And I'll try not to shout so much. If at all possible, that is. Which is not at all possible by the sound of it. So do you mind if I ask some questions? As Junie's lawyer. No problem. Ask away! Keep 'em coming, man! Ouch. My ears ache already. Robin, could you tell me a little bit more about yourself? You want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club! Fine Arts Club? Say, did you create those statues by any chance? You bet I did. Both of them. Put my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man! Must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that. Nah, I couldn't face Professor Court if I let something like that get me down. What do you mean? Professor Court was the Fine Arts Club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man! She always said, the only good result is the truth. That and only lawyers who seek the truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results. Yes, I'm totally on your guy's side. She must have been an incredible woman. Yeesh, you call me loud when I practice my chords of steel. Oh man! Why'd I have to take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper if I'm studying to be a prosecutor? Don't worry, I'll clear Junie's name, you'll see. Three of us had a dream. We swore we'd make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge. The three of us would hold fair and honest trials. Dark as the law. Ah! We're gonna put a nail in its coffin, man! Huh? You guys really swore to do that? But no. That stupid school rule had to ruin it. School rule? What? Anyone with a prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from this stupid, holier-than-thou school! Tough legal academy with even tougher rules. She'll never become a judge unless they can prove her innocence. And if I failed, the three of them will never realize their dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. I talked to everyone who is somehow linked to the case. Maybe it's about time and we wrapped up our investigation. Oh wait, we haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's head over to the detention center. Number 24, detention center. Visitor's room. Tina, thank you so much for coming. She called me Tina, like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. The only person who knew the details were Professor Court and I. Nothing we haven't heard already so far.
However,
Yes?
what is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper.
In this one? More like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me.
I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, you, and me.
She wants to stay friends. But both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it.
And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back.
Ah, so if Robin had won, you wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious.
Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh?
You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. I was wondering about that all you had on you when you were arrested. Yes, we know, Fulbright, you are a Dumbo.
It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested.
Nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime.
Still, that blood red color on the all bothers me.
Wasn't it paint or something? I was looking pretty far at it from pretty far away, but
It probably was just paint, but that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the all when we were prepping it yesterday.
it wasn't? Then how did we get it there? Or then when did it get... Yeah, then how and when did it get there?
Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Dina and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the all with it. And the all with what looked like blood on it.
The key? And the all?
Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club's advisor. And since that key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who painted the all to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the prop should be realistic, so...
He all suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it. I have a really bad feeling about this. Me too. Let's not jump the gun on this. You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Is that the last time you saw her?
Yes. I left school around 6 p.m.
Did you notice anything different about her?
No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked like she had acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she ended up like this. Looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me.
We'll do everything we can to prove you innocent tomorrow.
I know. And I believe in you, Dina. Huh, I should go now. Bye.
Oh. Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of the girl we met back at the academy. The Junie I knew was always like that. A little weak and sickly. The fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still. What is it? When Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously?
really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship, is there? Don't worry. Everything will be just fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned earlier to you? Or, do you know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Look at this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. Suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep. Tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Constance Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then, her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script described. Of course, those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is the script in this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows that the actual trial may very well unfold just like the mock trial did. Oh no. The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to win. That's not gonna happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our result the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo. He's the king of being fine. Okay. But for now, once again, that is where we're gonna call it. Kind of perfectly fitting, or perfectly timed, that we ended basically right about at midnight my time. So, honestly can't think of a better time to just go ahead and call it there. And we'll pick this up tomorrow with the first day of the trial to prove the innocence of one Juniper Woods for the first time, I guess. But I will see you guys next time. You guys have a wonderful night. Goodbye.